Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, and we're back. Ope here with Ope Gaming. Welcome back. Thanks, guys. Let's see here. Reload my player. Good. So, um, some pretty crazy stuff going on right now. And let's just go over it here. I won't be able to pull anything up. We'll go over the Krisk times 10 event. That'll be the easiest to pull up right now. Since I have Krisk and I can show you how mine's built and kind of go over where I use him. It's everywhere. Okay, so let's take a look at Krisk. He is the best. I'm going to put my heart out on this. Legendary in the game. He is a Void Legendary. I call him Myrtle, the Mega Turtle. Myrtle, thank you very much. And he does it all, folks. He has an AoE A1 that has, when booked, a 50% chance of placing a decreased speed buff, big one, for a couple turns. He has an A2 that will attack all enemies as well. Will also place ally protection and a continuous heal buff on him, and that will and it increases the duration of all buffs for a turn. All right, when booked out, it's a 3-turn cooldown, and it does deal some damage. Chris has decent multipliers. His A3 is probably his best part. Places a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. It's 100%. It's going to happen, right? Unless it's resisted, but there's no chance it's going to happen. He then places increased defense on himself for 2 turns, and then he places a 30% increased speed on all the allies except him for 2 turns. And you can book that down to a 3-turn cooldown. This dude rocks. His stats, his base stats are good, speed's a little low, but he's a turtle, man. Turtles are slow. Tortoises, what have you. And he is defense based. His damage is all based on defense as well. And then he has this wonderful little passive. At the start of each round, he'll place a shield on all allies for 2 turns equal to 50% of his max HP, and then has a 100% chance when booked of placing decreased defense and decreased attack, both big versions, for 1 turn when hits. Right? And with masteries, you can extend that. He is a very good time. Okay? And I can just kind of show you how mine's built. I used him everywhere forever. These are the masteries as such because I use him in arena. He is my go second in arena. He's the taunt. And let's see here. We got. I have him running down this just to get down to this. And then I have him going all the way down to Eagle Eye to give him that extra accuracy. I farm Gold 4 quite a bit. And I'm fully booked out too. Let's see how many books does he take. 3, 5, 10. He takes 14 books, which is about par for the course for legendaries nowadays. With him, it's totally worth it. Would I recommend that you go and buy a tome pack? Maybe. Depends where you're sitting at in life and where you're sitting at in the game. If you saved up, great. I hope everybody gets him. These are my stats on my guy. 63,000 HP, 3.2k defense, 282 speed. He's very fast. Low crit rate, low crit damage, 450 accuracy, which is low. I'll give you that. It's low. But it snags the people who need to be snagged. The only time it doesn't work is when I'm going up against like high resistance teams like Duchesses and stuff. And for that, usually I have like a go second team that does pretty gnarly. Got him in a defense ring with high HP substats. And then I have him. I need to get a better accuracy banner. Let me actually see if I have one here. He'll lose 5 accuracy and gain 18, or he'll lose 5 speed and gain 18 accuracy. It's not worth it. But I could glyph that up. Easy. Yeah, I'll end up switching him out, I bet. Ooh. I didn't realize I had this one. This is 19 defense. Yeah, you know what? Boom. Alright, never mind. 468. He's instantly better. By the way, look at this deal. I just want to point this out. This is a horseshit deal. What are you doing, Raid? Rare tome pack? Who buys this? You get 40 rare tomes? 40 bucks? No, that's don't buy that. Boo, bad pack. They're trying to get new people on that. It ain't gonna work. If you're farming clan boss like you should be every day, hello. You should have a ton of rare tomes from before. Like, they don't drop on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare or Brutal anymore, but they still drop on Normal, Hard, and Easy, so, you know, I one key the first three or the last three, and then I can throw another key on hard and still get tomes. Like, how many am I sitting at right now? Let's see. 145, and I'm not going to use them probably. There's no rares that are like, oh my god, build me. You know, I should probably build a corpulent cadaver, but maybe not. But let me kind of go over this new guy. Let me see. Get out of that. Get out of that. Okay, so we have a new fusion coming up, and I can't, I don't have the special deets on it like the other content creators do, but I can read from what they're showing on their video. And he is named Sigmund the High Shield. And I think he's going to be defense based, which is good. You always want defense based because they're built for survivability, especially if they have good multipliers. They can still deal damage. Like I have Brogni and like 100% crit rate and crit damage set, or not Brogni, but Iron Brago. So his first ability is an A1 called Fair Fight. He attacks an enemy, removes any shield buffs, and he also has a 50% chance. I assume it's going to book up to 75 of removing one random buff. And I think it's a 100% chance when booked because it has a 75% chance instead when attacking bosses, which is cool. All right. And then you got to think, well, how many bosses are using buffs right now? You know, Bommel, probably. Let's see. His A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn, and a 75% chance of placing a 50% chance decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. That probably books up to like 75-80% on the provoke, and then it's like probably 100% on the attack when booked, I would assume. Shield of the Realm is his A3, places shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. Also places a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. And it looks like he has a passive called Equatable. Whenever this champion is attacked, has a 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1 turn, has 40% chance instead when attacked by bosses. So I think Plarium's trying to dish out like a... Oh, man. What would I call this guy? This guy has a use, right? He has uses, and it looks like against bosses. You can put him against Clan Boss to decrease the buffs on Clan Boss. You can put him against, like, what? Probably Astronix if she gets buffs. The Spider, the Frost Spider. I mean, he's got niche stuff that he could be good at. He's not going to be good on Fire Knight. You know, there's no buffs to remove there. I shouldn't say he's not going to be good. It depends at where you're in the game. Early game, amazing. Mid game, still great. But when you're like me or some of these other guys that were putzing around the end game, you know, waiting for the next big, you know, Brogni, Underpriest to come up for fusion. He's not Underpriest Brogni. He is, I'm going to put him on the level of the Gaunt. What was his name? Let me look him up here. He's Ogren. Drakgall. I'd say he's like a Drakgall. He's got a lot of utility. He's going to help you out where you need to get help at, you know, preferably early and mid game. But after that, I don't see him being very much at all. So, and that so it's going to be an old style fusion with a new style fusion. It's very weird. It looks like you're going to be able to fuse the epics with fragment, right? Or it's going to be fragment collector epics that are used to combine them. And then it's going to be fusing Sigmund. Usually, I like to tell people if you can go for the legendary, do it. But since we just had this, 150 shards for Lady Kimmy, which was worth it in my opinion. She's very much great in all chapters of the game, any stage of the game. Sorry, one of my dogs is being naughty. And and just really, this is pretty quick, even after doing Mother Sabelle. Kind of burn out, right? I'm hoping the Halloween fusion is going to be great. He won't count as a Halloween fusion. And man, I'm hoping we get something cool and spooky, something new. I'd like another werewolf guy, or like something Bigfoot maybe. That'd be pretty cool to get an Ogre that's Bigfoot. That'd be pretty neat. But yeah, other than that, it looks like he's going to be average. You know, he's Drakgald level, man. He's not Brogni. He's not Rotos. He's not Tormund. He's definitely just par for the course. So if you can do it comfortably, go ahead and get him. See how difficult it is. I might try for him because it's another legendary. But you know, you also see me bitch about getting duplicate legendaries, so maybe I just don't get him, and then I pull him in a shard, and I won't be so upset. I did that with Pixniel, and I got her, and then I ended up getting a dupe of her during that double legendary event. Whatever. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody has a lovely day.
Got any other questions?
Peace
I'll
out,
be
Rough
right
Scrubs.
here.